That night, the mama dog was acting strange. Even though her puppies were still eating, she barked and forced them all into the kennel. One little pup hadn't even finished its food, but the mama dog grabbed it by the scruff and dragged it inside. Once she made sure her pups were safe, she ran to the window and started barking like crazy into the house, as if warning the humans of danger. First, the grandfather and granddaughter didn't pay much attention, until Grandpa suddenly noticed the glass on the table was shaking violently. The dog's barking grew more frantic, and the next second, it was thrown into the air. The window shattered, and the room spun out of control. By the time they realized it was an earthquake, it was already too late. The heavy cabinet came crashing down, and all Grandpa could do was throw himself over his granddaughter to protect her. After a series of violent aftershocks, the house was reduced to rubble. The dog started digging like mad, trying to save its owners. It dug all through the night until morning. Its paws were soaked in blood, so the puppies joined in to help. But even then, they still couldn't reach the ones trapped beneath. Then suddenly, the mama dog picked up a scent, and it gave her hope. She took off running in the direction of the smell. Sure enough, just ahead were two rescue workers. The dog barked at them nonstop, but they didn't understand what it meant. They just thought it was being a nuisance and tried to chase it off. Thankfully, the dog acted quickly and bit down on one of their sleeves. That's when they realized something was wrong. They told the dog to lead the way, and it ran as fast as it could back to the rubble. The two rescuers followed close behind. Finally, they found the trapped grandfather and granddaughter, thanks to the dog. The two were saved. A rescue helicopter arrived just in time, but the air currents were too unstable to land, so they had to drop a rope from above. First, they pulled the injured grandpa up. Next was the little girl, but just as she was being lifted, she realized something wasn't right. If she left now, what would happen to the dogs? She begged the rescue team to save them too, but looking at those poor dogs, the rescuers hesitated. Then a voice came through the radio, saying the grandpa was bleeding badly, and they had to evacuate immediately, or his life would be in danger, which meant they had to leave the dogs behind. The little girl cried out in protest, but was still pulled up into the helicopter. The mama dog barked and barked, watching her owner drift farther away. She didn't want to believe that her little human had left her behind, so she chased after the helicopter with all her strength. In the chopper, the girl sobbed uncontrollably, but there was nothing more she could do. The dog stood there, heartbroken, watching until the helicopter disappeared. So she believed her owner would come back. So she and the puppies waited in front of the ruins. When the pups got so hungry they started chewing on wood, the mama dog went off to search for food. She found a refrigerator and wrestled it until it fell over. The door finally popped open, but all she found was a single sausage. The puppies ate it in seconds. That night, heavy rain began to fall. With no roof over their heads, they huddled under the debris, shivering in the cold. The mama dog knew they wouldn't survive much longer like this. So one day, she picked up the toy ball her little human gave her and led the pups on a journey to find help. Even the rain couldn't stop them. As they crossed a bridge, an aftershock hit, and the entire bridge collapsed beneath them. Before they could react, they were swept into a rushing river. Thankfully, they didn't drift too far. The mama dog saved the last pup, then collapsed, completely drained.